Hi, everybody. Welcome to a Kick in the Balls Monday here on the Speed Freaks YouTube channel. My name is Richie Suave Flores. Kenny Sargent, Crash Gladys, they're on their way back from Texas Motor Speedway. Get to the reasons why here in just a moment, because coming up, in case you missed it, the Texas IndyCar race was yesterday. It was a great race, a great finish. Josef Newgarden got the win over his teammate Scott McLaughlin on the last corner of the last lap. So coming up a little bit later here on this Monday edition of our fancy smancy little YouTube stream, you're going to hear from Josef Newgarden. He's going to explain why he's rolling around with $600 worth of cash in victory lane. He even flashes it to the camera. You'll see that in a second. And Kenny and Crash also caught up with Jimmie Johnson, who had his career best IndyCar finish ever. His first race on an oval in IndyCar at Texas Motor Speedway, where he's won multiple times during his NASCAR tenure, finished sixth during Sunday's race. But it is a Kick in the Balls Monday today. So before we get to those couple of interviews, I do want to kick somebody in the balls. And if you're watching along with us, feel free to comment, whether it's on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube. Who are you kicking in the balls on this Monday? Is it from the NCAA tournament? Is it from any of the big old motorsports we had this weekend, from NASCAR, IndyCar, obviously, to Formula One, kicking off their 2022 season? Is it from the world of professional sports? Is it from the NBA? Is it from the NFL? Etc., etc. Let us know in the comments here. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter at Speed Freaks. You can follow us on Instagram at Speed Freaks Radio. You can follow us on Facebook at Speed Freaks. And of course, it's all made possible by our friends at Lucas Oil and General Tire. So I'm kicking somebody in the balls before we get to Jimmie Johnson here. One of maybe the best game of the weekend in the March Madness NCAA basketball tournament. In case you missed it here, I want to bring this to your attention. Arizona and TCU. Yes, myself, Kenny, Crash, we're all based in Phoenix, so maybe we're a little bit biased here when it comes to me talking about Arizona sports, but I'm going to bring it up anyway because it was talked about nationwide last night. Seeing as it was the number 1 seed Arizona Wildcats taking on the number 9 seed TCU Horned Frogs. Great game. TCU had a chance to upset the U of A. They couldn't quite pull it off. Arizona's moving on to face Houston in the Sweet 16. But I'm kicking the officials in this game in the balls because they kind of screwed up at the end of the second half. In case you missed it, the game was tied. TCU had the ball with about 13 seconds left in the game. They had a chance to win the game. And unfortunately, their point guard, Mike Miles, got double teamed, couldn't move the ball, couldn't find didn't have any timeouts left, couldn't find anybody to pass the ball to. So U of A does a great job of double teaming him, getting him back near midcourt, almost forcing a backcourt violation over and back call. That doesn't happen. The refs don't call that. They probably could have, as it says there. And they also could have called a foul on the University of Arizona because Mike Miles essentially gets tackled at half court, and there is a no call. Game goes to overtime, and the U of A ends up winning that game 85-80. So that's who I'm kicking in the balls here. I'm kicking the referees in that game in the balls for not making that call at the end of the game there. U of A almost won it right at the buzzer too because of on a dunk, but it came in too late. So that's who I'm kicking in the balls on this Kick in the Balls Monday. Once again, let us know, who are you kicking in the balls this week? And it can be from sports, it can be from out of sports, it can be anybody. You make it up just as much as I did there. So I hope you've been enjoying the NCAA tournament. It's been pretty decent so far. I had some big upsets. St. Mary's, the 15 seed, going to the Sweet 16. That's pretty dope. As far as motorsports is concerned, we were just talking about that. Jimmie Johnson coming up here again in just about 60 seconds or so. But real quick, I do want to recap what went on this weekend in the world of motorsports. This is, again, Speed Freak, so I do want to talk some motorsports here. Formula One, IndyCar, NASCAR, back on Sunday. A lot to talk about. 3 races with 3 pretty good finishes, in my opinion. Of course, started in Formula One. Congratulations to Charles Leclerc from Ferrari. He gets Ferrari's first win in 2 years. They haven't won since 2019. They went 1-2. Carlos Sainz finished second. Red Bull finishing completely out of the points. Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez have issues. And so they couldn't even finish the race. They both had to retire. So that allowed, of course, the 7-time champion Lewis Hamilton to finish on the podium there. So that's what happened in Formula One. Great race. glad Formula One is back. They're back again next weekend on Sunday with yet another race. So that should be exciting as well. Then an IndyCar at Texas Motor Speedway. I feel like IndyCar in Texas, like there's been a lot of talk in terms of the future of that race there, but man, a lot of times the finishes are really good. And the finish yesterday was amazing between teammates Josef Newgarden and Scott McLaughlin. Josef Newgarden earns the victory, the 600th win for Team Penske. And he did it on the last corner of last lap, passing his teammate, Josef Newgarden, who's going to join Kenny and Crash here in just a moment as well. So IndyCar, great finish. And then, of course, we move on to NASCAR at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Now basically a super speedway, like in the likes of Daytona and Talladega. And that race, I put this out on Twitter at Speed Freaks too. And we got a lot of reaction in terms of, did people like the racing there? Some people thought it was really gimmicky. Some people really enjoyed it. I thought the finish was pretty good, albeit, burdened with that big crash there. I took out a couple of guys, including Bubba Wallace. But congratulations to William Byron, who got the win there in that race in Atlanta. We also had Supercross this weekend. And of course, the 12 Hours of Sebring as well. So busy motorsports weekend this weekend. And to cap it all off, we're going to be joined by Jimmie Johnson here in just a moment. Of course, Jimmie Johnson in his second season in IndyCar, making his first ever start in an IndyCar on an oval, and he crushed it, finishing 6th. He was running P5 there for a while, inside the top 5, before he got passed by Scott Dixon late in the race. But what did Jimmie Johnson do as soon as he wrapped up his best ever finish in IndyCar? Rolls up to the media center and immediately comes to hang out with Kenny Sargent and Crash Gladys. So in case you missed it, Kenny Sargent, Crash Gladys with Jimmie Johnson after his best ever finish in IndyCar from yesterday at Texas Motor Speedway.
I think the last time we had Jimmie Johnson, the Freak Nation, I was still having difficulty spelling his damn name, man, whether it's a Y or an I-E. Regardless, it is a Jimmy with an I-E. And you know what's bonkers to me, Jimmy? We've been doing this for 22 years, but I've never seen so much crazy love for a dude that grabbed a top 5 in an IndyCar race. I mean, nice guys don't finish last, and sometimes they don't finish first. They finish 5th. You've got so much love from the drivers, this track, the PR. It's bonkers, man.
It's been a very cool experience.
Right.
The IndyCar paddock has been so welcoming. And I've had a lot of friends in this arena before ever coming over. This was the original dream for me as a kid growing up, was racing the IndyCar series and maintain a lot of friendships through the years. So I feel like I have a lot of old friends and some new friends, and certainly it's a very respectful environment, and I'm very thankful for what everybody has said today.
It was interesting. Jenna Fryer just asked you in the media center, do you regret not racing ovals last year? And you had to really think about it. It's like, we can't look back. We got to look forward. And you had fun today. And now this is your forward.
Yeah, I guess my pause largely came due to the question that was before that about, will the oval racing help my road course program? And if I have a marked improvement on the road.
Oh, you got to love technology, Freak Nation. Sorry about that. The Jimmie Johnson interview is up in full on our YouTube page, so you can go check that out if you want to see the whole thing. Unfortunately, technology got in the way here, but we're going to take a little break and come back, and hopefully I'm going to bring you the entire Josef Newgarden interview. Fingers crossed. Technology actually works this time, Freak Nation. So we'll be back in a second with Josef Newgarden.
Hey, Freak Nation, our buds at General Tire want to give you $70 back on a Visa prepaid card. How do you get it? Well, you buy 4 qualifying passenger tires from General Tire, up to $70 back. We're not talking these high-performance bad boys you see in the ARCA series. Passenger tires. You follow me? For more information, go to GeneralTire.com. GeneralTire.com. General Tire delivers for whatever you do. And, of course, the official tire of the Freak Nation.
Have you heard about Lucas Brake Parts Cleaner? Lucas Brake Parts Cleaner is made of the highest quality components, giving you superior performance and leaving no residue. How do you apply this? You apply Lucas Brake Parts Cleaner liberally to the parts that need to be cleaned. You'll eliminate brake fluid, grease, dust, and dirt components. We know a little bit about that here in the desert, I'd say. And basically what that does is that makes you a happy driver, because now your brake noise is gone and your performance has gone up. Boom.
Hey, I'm Kyle Busch. The biggest racing weekend ever at Worldwide Technology Raceway is coming June 3rd through the 5th. The party starts Thursday with the NASCAR Fan Fest and Hauler Parade at Ballpark Village. Cup practice and truck qualifying on Friday, Cup qualifying and the Toyota 200 on Saturday, and it all wraps up on Sunday with the Enjoy Illinois 300. This is the first time in a lifetime to see the NASCAR Cup Series at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Go to worldwidetechnologyraceway.com to get your tickets now. Brought to you in part by the Illinois Office of Tourism and Illinois South Tourism.
This is now on the internet.
But getting on the internet takes forever.
Reading War and Peace takes forever. Getting on the net with AT&T WorldNet, fast.
War and Peace, Russian literature, aisle 3.
Yeah, but going online can cost you an arm and a leg.
AT&T WorldNet will not cost an arm and a leg.
Anatomy, aisle 7. I spend all day searching and searching. And
AT&T WorldNet is like having your own personal guide to the internet.
Travel, aisle 1.
Finally, your internet is ready. With AT&T WorldNet, you can email friends or chat and make some new ones. Surf the web. There's even child safety software.
Back here on this Kicking the Balls Monday here. Thanks for watching and tuning in, whether you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. We appreciate you. And thanks for tuning in. Anyway, let's wrap it up here. Again, Kenny Sargent, Crash Gladys not joining me today. They're on their way back from Texas Motor Speedway. They were at the IndyCar race on Sunday. And the winner of that race was Team Penske's Josef Newgarden. He made history for Team Penske. And as soon as he wrapped up his W in victory lane, flashing around $600 worth of cash, he went and he joined Kenny Sargent, Crash Gladys, and of course the stat man right after the race. Take a listen to the interview with your IndyCar winner from Sunday, Josef Newgarden.
It sure was $600.
We call this the chalet, man. This is beautiful. Yes, it's gorgeous.
Yes, it's a pimp palace.
If you're watching us on YouTube, you know exactly where we are. If you're not, just imagine we are in a chalet. This is brought to you by our good friends at General Tire. Go to GeneralTire.com to get $70 back Visa prepaid card with 4 qualifying passenger truck tires. Go to GeneralTire.com. All right, Josef Newgarden joining us here in the Freak Nation. IndyCar Series winner from Texas Motor Speedway joining us here in the Freak Nation. I don't give a damn about your driving. Pull out that $600 right now.
Oh, the cold hard cash?
Pull out the cash that Roger Penske gave you in victory lane and show it to the Freak Nation right there on camera.
I mean, I'm just going to tell you, the boss, he counted this in front of me, all right? He made sure it was $600. And that's what it is. He's true to his word. He literally said 2 weeks ago at breakfast, which was the employee breakfast, so we were all there at the team.
Yeah.
Whoever wins number 600, I'm going to give the driver $600 in cash. He's also given $1,000 to every team member. It's all going to get put on their checks. So it's not just this $600. He is such a great person. I love Roger being able to drive for him. They keep the morale up on the team.
Yeah.
You know, it's a team effort. You know,
Absolutely.
a win for IndyCar is a win for our whole organization. So this was big. It was cool to be, I guess 600, you could laugh at that and say, well, 100, 200, 300, it's just getting silly at this point. But when you really look at it, it's been remarkable how much they've achieved over the last 50 years. It's really crazy.
Shows you how much he loves you. I mean, you get 600, every crew member gets 1,000. Clearly, they're more important.
Well, they definitely are. We get to have the fun, but they put in the work.
That is true.
It is a real pleasure to be a part of the team, just a small part of it. But our part's pretty fun. We get to have the most fun, I think, of everybody on race day.
I want to talk about that most fun thing right there, because I overheard you in Victory Lane telling Scott McLaughlin that, dude, I was shaking. We have so much to talk about. What was this shaking? What was this you on the radio and the stuff that you haven't done before?
Well, I went for broke is what happened. Scott was in a good position. It was very difficult at the end of the race to try and get a run on him, just because he was getting a toe off all the lap cars in front of him. The guys that were about to go a lap down. He's using basically their slipstream to keep his speed up on his car. So I couldn't really get a good run on him. I'm like, man, I wish we didn't have all this lap traffic, because if it was just him and me, and he didn't have anyone in front, I think we would have been swapping the lead back and forth the entire stint. I think that's what would have happened. But then, I was getting really frustrated that I couldn't get a run on him, but lo and behold, that lap traffic gave me the opportunity at the very end of the race. It held him up on the bottom lane in 3-4, and I said, you know what, I'm going to go for it. I'm going high side. If I hit the fence, I hit the fence. I don't care what happens. And so I went for broke. Fortunately, it stuck. And you saw what happened when we won the race. So it's the coolest victory I've ever had. And, for someone like Scott, he's going to be disappointed. I'd be disappointed, too, if I lost that way. But he's a champion. He would have been a deserving winner if it worked out for him today. And he knows the long game. We're going to be racing like this for a long time together.
Hey, Freak Nation, our buds at General Tire want to give you $70 back on a Visa prepaid card. How do you get it? Well, you buy 4 qualifying passenger tires from General Tire, up to $70 back. We're not talking these high-performance bad boys you see in the ARCA series. Passenger tires. You follow me? For more information, go to GeneralTire.com. GeneralTire.com. General Tire delivers for whatever you do. And, of course, the official tire of the Freak Nation.
Hey, I'm Kyle Busch. The biggest racing weekend ever at Worldwide Technology Raceway, June 3rd through the 5th. And the Toyota 200 on Saturday, and it all wraps up on Sunday with the Enjoy Illinois 300. Get your tickets now. Brought to you in part by the Illinois Office of Tourism and Illinois South Tourism.
Josef Newgarden, winner at Texas. What would you have done if you were in McLaughlin's position? Seems like he made a mistake running up on the traffic. I know he was using the toe, but what would you have done if the roles were reversed?
It's impossible to say. I didn't even see that we were going to – I didn't see the opportunity until I got into turn 3. So I think he just unfortunately was in the wrong place, wrong time. He was definitely getting very loose. He was just trying to hold on to his car, to be honest. We were a little bit stronger at the end. So I don't think he did anything wrong. It would have been very risky for him to go high side. If you say, oh, well, Scott, why didn't you go lane 2? That was a huge risk to go up there. It was not a lot of grip. No one really wanted to run up there. If he just throws away a race, trying to stay in front of me, I think people would have looked at that, especially on our team, and would have said, well, why did you do that? You're the championship leader. You won the first race. He was extremely measured today, and I think, if anything, that's more of what he showed, is that he has a lot of intelligence. He knows exactly about the long game and what it's going to take to win a championship.
Was the spotter involved in that at all? Could the spotter have helped him, say, coming out of 3 to set up that pass a little better? I
don't think so. No, he just, he tried to get the run he could, and the guy kind of closed the door on him, so he was trying to get inside of him, but into turn 3. But like I said, the option to go lane 2 really wasn't there. That's why you didn't see people doing it all day, No one was doing it because it's very risky. I literally I went for broke. Scott didn't do anything wrong. I just said, look, I'm going to try it. If I hit the fence, you'll still win the race. You'll still be a team victory. So why not? Maybe I should just try it. Yeah. So you can't blame Scott. He did a great job. He's just he wasn't in a position to go for broke like I was. I was in a little better spot for that.
Hey, man, watching you celebrate this race, I'm not going to say it was Indy 500-esque, but I haven't seen you celebrate a race like this. It reminded me of Helio Castroneves winning the 500 because you're pretty reserved, bro. Why was this so special for you?
I've never won a race last lap, last corner. That was like just the coolest. I just loved that. I didn't even know it was happening until it happened. I was on the radio before the line, which is a no-no. You don't do that. You stay focused on driving the car. And I just couldn't believe it. It was so cool to be a part of it. I loved it.
Have you ever felt that type of adrenaline in your racing career before?
Yeah, you've definitely had big adrenaline moments, especially when you have big saves or, you about wreck, but you just miraculously somehow saved it. That's kind of what it felt like, but it was more just the adrenaline of, oh my gosh, we're going to win this race. And I had no expectation to win the race. Yeah, like the last lap, I was just like, it's over. He was in position. He was in a better spot, and he's going to win it, and it's over. And then it wasn't.
Hold on just a second, Crasher. I know you want to jump in here. We're tied in with the WWTR Raceway in, St. Louis or Southern Illinois, depending on where you are. And I did a tease this morning saying, in front of your car.
Oh my gosh, that's right. You
saying,
did.
Does Josef Newgarden have a chance to win here at Texas? Because he's your last winner at WWTR. I'm like, okay, bro.
Oh, are you trying to take credit? Is
Speed
that where
Freaks
you're going?
Mojo. It happens.
Can you just manifest that every race? If that's what it is, manifest at every race. We'll be in good shape. I'll send you cash if you manifest.
And he's got cash.
Yeah.
Straight cash,
Yeah.
homie. Straight cash.
Straight cash, homie. There you go,
Straight
Statman.
cash is king.
Well, with that cash, where are you celebrating? Is it going to be, you said In-N-Out? Is it going to be In-N-Out or pizza? Or are you going to do champagne or beer or wine? Or
the thing that sucks, I got to get to the airport because I have to literally go do an appearance in Pennsylvania tomorrow for PPG, which is great. It's all part of the gig, but I'm gonna try and stop at In-N-Out with the team before going to the airport. So real
that's
quick,
priority. Yeah, let's let him go so he can go do that.
Yes.
That's a huge thing.
I love
but
that.
Beer or wine? What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm probably nothing tonight. Scott would be sloshed if it was him. He wouldn't be scared to tell you that.
No, he wouldn't.
But probably me. I'm just gonna get a milkshake. I'll be happy.
Washed anyway, losing.
That's true. Actually, that's fair. He probably will be. So.
All right. Well, enjoy the Penske party. What is that? Tuesday morning?
I don't know. Probably Tuesday.
When is it?
Probably Tuesday. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, St. Louis your last win?
Yes.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. It was 3 or 4 races ago. Yeah. So.
Now we got to wait till freaking April to see you happy bastards. Jesus.
Can't wait.
Joseph, thanks for doing this, man.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Looks like the Green 87 is in for an unscheduled pit stop.
It looks like an oil leak, Billy.
For more on the situation,
let's throw it to Mom in the pits.
Well, the Green 87 is in trouble, but it has a long history of finishing strong. So what's your game plan?
What the 87 driver knows is that StopLink has special additives that renews worn seals, reduces engine noise, and oil consumption to protect your engine.
Lucas Oil. It works.
Hey, thanks for tuning in on this Kicking the Balls Monday, everybody. We appreciate you very much for hanging out with us here, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. All of our video interviews, you just saw Josef Newgarden and Jimmie Johnson. Those are both available right now up on the YouTube page. So go take a look at those. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at SpeedFreaks, at Kenny and Crash. Follow us on Facebook at SpeedFreaks, at Kenny and Crash. And follow us on Instagram at SpeedFreaks Radio. Until Wednesday, when we join you again. Have a great day, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.